Hi, I'm Roger from Stronsay Markets. I've been asked to talk to you today about seasonal winter veg. I suppose that's fairly obvious to me, but if you go around the supermarket, it really isn't that obvious because nothing particularly labelled up as local veg, as farmed in your locality and brought to you the same day lovingly by the farmer who produced it. So I thought I'd just talk to you about what actually is seasonal, particularly in the north of the UK and specifically for me in Stronsay. So you can get roots, that's potatoes, turnips, you can get leeks, you can get onions. In fact, I've got onions hanging up behind me, you can probably see. And then we've got lots of green veg like Brussels sprouts, cabbages and so on. So what's the difference? Why is some to be harvested now and some harvested as you go along? Well, one of the obvious problems is that things grow much better when it's warm and light, and over winter most plants just sort of struggle along, and some really have no interest except to hibernate or die. So what are you going to do? I think things like anything into the cabbage family, so that's sprouts, football type cabbage, that's the smooth cabbage, savoy, that crinkly cabbage, broccoli, especially purple sprouting broccoli, which is absolutely delicious. They're much better harvested as and when you want them, and they don't keep very well, and unless you've got chiller space in your shop, they deteriorate very fast and become quite unattractive. The fresh veg, however, is delicious. So veg that would be harvested ahead of time, well, things like potatoes are actually better out the ground so the slugs don't have them. Neaps, swedes, they can be left, but you have to accept that you'll donate some to the local wildlife, particularly rabbits, who seem to enjoy mine. Swedes no end. What else have we got? Leeks. They're actually much better left in the ground until you want them. They grow quite well. They take a long time to grow, so you need to be sowing them early and letting them mature over months and months and months. But they are winter hardy and, again, absolutely delicious in the first day or so after they're out of the ground. Onions are better harvested towards the end of summer, when they've kind of finished growing and they've become a bit dry and they're wilting a little bit. So the tradition is that you get the sun to bake them and ripen them, and that means they store really well. Of course, here on Stronsay that doesn't really happen. So what I do is harvest them when I think they've gone about as far as they can, put them in one of the polytunnels to dry out as best they can, and then I hang them up on strings, and you can see some behind me. So that's it really. We've got green veg like the sprouts, we've got things you dig up like potatoes, parsnips probably can be left in the ground actually, but things like peas and beans, which would normally grow quite well in summer, really are not seasonal vegetables, not for the north of the UK. So if you see them in the supermarkets, you'll know that they've come quite a long way, and some from the southern hemisphere. So I hope that's been useful, and maybe ask the person who's selling your veg next time where it comes from. And if you can buy local and you can buy seasonal, I would encourage it. Anyway, I'll see you again another time. Bye for now.